Hey, what's up? Oh, you're still cringing sometimes because of your sound? No worries though. I got you. I got some tips for you. Come on in. We're gonna work on your tone today. Mic test. So when we play cello, we want to make sure that we always have a good fundamental tone. This fundamental tone that I'm talking about, it wouldn't change regardless what dynamics I play, regardless I'm playing really soft or really loud and strong. So clearly one was loud and one was soft, but they both have a good tone. Yes, sometimes I might want to have a more airy sound, right? But that is created by your bow. So the fundamental tone that I'm talking about is the one that are created by your left hand, not by the bow. Let me give you some example of a singing. When you hear a singer singing, when they sing really loud, they go, "Tell me how am I supposed to live without you?" Or when they really try to quiet down or try to sing it more delicate, they sing it like, "Tell me how am I supposed to live without you?" Right? It's never like, "How am I supposed to live without you?" It's like so airy. So that is what I'm talking about in terms of fundamental tone. Whether I was singing strong or not, my tone, my default tone was already there and not affected by the dynamics. So why does the bad tone happen? The good tone is supposed to have a full contact between your string and your cello. Full contact like that. The bad tone happens because you're not making full contact between string and the fingerboard. Now that you understand what the fundamental tone is, let me show you what you can do to work it. English solution. So first thing is that we need to understand how to land our finger stronger. So here we're gonna focus on landing it solid rather than just being able to hold it down. Because once you land it solid, all you need to do to hold is just to stay the same. It is pretty common for beginners to have weak fingers on, especially on their 3 and 4, so the ring finger and the pinky. As you can tell, these two fingers are really weak by themselves. So compare these two footage. The first one's gonna have bad tone on the last note. The second footage will have a good tone. So why did the first one have bad tone on the last note? It sounded pretty dead. And once I lift my bow, there's gonna be no ring. I mean, yeah, there's echo in this room, so you kind of hear it, but compared to that, when you have a good tone, this is what it sounds like. So as you can hear, it feels a little bit more richer and more like fuller. Also, when I have a good tone, when I lift my bow, there is plenty of ring coming afterwards. Right? When the string does not have a full contact with the fingerboard, which will leave the gap between your string and the fingerboard, which will leak your sound. That's why we're hearing it as a bad tone. So we don't need heavy fingers. We just want precise fingers, but with strong impact. And I'll explain that now. So for example, let's say I am trying to hit my thigh hard as I can while my thumb is still attached to my thigh. If I'm trying to slap my thigh really, really hard right here, I don't know, if I just ask you to do that, This is what you would do naturally without even thinking. What was that? Did you see that little backswing? I'm pretty sure you didn't just start it here and then just try to squeeze that, or just try to slap yourself hard, and you will realize it doesn't have a good, strong impact. So compared to that, let's say if we do, oh, you hear that? It's way harder, way stronger impact. This is what we are trying to use when we use our left hand. So when you use your left hand, we don't want to squeeze anything hard because it's going to create a lot of tension on our arm and it's going to affect our playing. We always want to be relaxed and stay comfortable and efficient playing. So here is how I want you to think about it. Imagine you're hooking something, but we're not going to just hook anything. It's like you're actually aiming to hook right there. So you're aiming and then you're going to hook that. So you see that there is going to be a change in speed, whoa, right? Like that. So we need that kind of swing in our left hand. So kind of whipping and hooking at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like that. Like that. For like 3 and 4, if I were to just try to squeeze it from where I was, from starting point, but here we're gonna go like that. All right, I'm sweating too much here. Instead of just squeezing from starting point individually, when you swing, you're gonna want to use your hand a little bit. So it's not just the finger, I'm actually using a little bit of. So that way, we're gonna get help from other fingers and entire hand rather than just isolating our weak fingers, which will create less tension, which means more efficient playing. So for this practice, we're gonna use tempo 60. And we're gonna start on the D string. Let me demonstrate once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's practice 2. 3, 4. If going a 4th finger from your 3rd finger is a problem, then do this first. 3, 4. Try to do these at least like 5 to 15 minutes per practice session as a warm-up or drill. I do recommend staying on just single string for the session. So for example, if I'm practicing on the D string today, just stay on the D string, get it good on the D string, and maybe next time you come back to practice, you can switch to different strings then. And the order I recommend is D, A, G, C. So we are going from thinner string to thicker strings. Thank you guys for joining me today. And remember, a bad tone is just a temporary setback, and we are here to fix that together. Also, please remember, we are not squeezing our fingers, but we are hooking them. Check out my previous video if you have any problem with some vibrato, and don't forget to practice these drills so you can level up your tone. Please like and subscribe. Leave any question on a comment. I promise I'll get to them as soon as possible. All right then. This was Tawi from Just Chillin'. Take it easy, and now go practice.